We started our morning with our most prolific researcher. Our grand finale actor is still in high school. But please, don't hold that against him. It's merely a technicality. The next time you hear someone grumble about youth today, send him in the direction of this young man who is value and mission driven. He's the kind of kid the phrase "we'll be hearing about him" was written about. He studies at an excellent school, Hebrew University's High School Jerusalem, known as Liada, and you probably won't be surprised to learn that he's heading for an elite intelligence unit for his service. But what's he doing here? Yair Neiger already has some significant mileage with his first startup, OtheReality, and he presented it in the American ecosystem, including at universities such as Harvard and MIT. Together with his co-founder, Professor Moti Neiger from Bar-Ilan's School of Communication, also known as DAD, they're already leveraging virtual reality to eradicate prejudice, intolerance, and misconceptions. In the future, when he becomes a mega celeb, just remember to say you saw him here at UnBox Bar-Ilan first. Yair Neiger.
I have a serious question. Do you love your kids? Now, if you do, why do you send them into a broken education system? A system that fails to educate against racism and prejudice. A system that fuels ignorance and sometimes hate. Hi, my name is Yair Neiger. I'm an 18-year-old high school student, co-founder and CEO of OtheReality. And indeed, from my experience as a high school student, I discovered that the education system is plagued by two major problems. The first, schools fail to create empathy among students for minorities and others in society. The second problem is that schools fail to capture students' attention. We've all heard the attention span is getting shorter and shorter, and that my generation has hit an all-time low. And yet, the education system has done nothing to adjust. I mean, a modern classroom looks exactly like a classroom 100 years ago. There is no difference. This is where OtheReality comes into the story. OtheReality will eradicate prejudice and discrimination through education systems across the globe by leveraging virtual reality technology. And with such a good cause, you might as well guess that we are a social impact-oriented startup. OtheReality's VR clips will allow students to see the world through the eyes of others. And we will combine this experience with a full educational program that will in turn promote a deep and meaningful dialogue in class. The VR videos will allow students to bridge the gap between their understanding of reality and someone else's understanding of reality, allowing a male student to see the world through the eyes of a female student, Jew as Arab, white as black, to give students an immersive experience of what it feels like being a student with a disability or one that went through bullying. The options are limitless. We created our first product that deals with the timely question, when does a compliment become an harassment? What you see in the video is the world through the eyes of a 16-year-old female student. You see her leaving school and facing a situation that will allow all students to truly face the question. And not only we completed our first product, we're actually pilot testing it in schools across Israel, and it's really exciting to be getting paid during our R&D stage. Who are we? Well, there's me, Yair. I'm the CEO of OtheReality. Then there's our COO, Professor Moti Neiger, which also happens to be my father. Moti is a communication scholar here in Bar-Ilan, and he's also head of the Communications and Society Curriculum Committee in the Israeli Ministry of Education. We're also backed up by the Eshnav NGO, and we have a full team of technical and educational advisors that help us develop our products. We're also proud to tell you that we are winners of one of the biggest startup accelerators in the world, Mass Challenge, and we're really happy and excited to spread our ideas through distinguished organizations internationally and nationally. Our business model is based on two stages. The first, a large-scale pilot here in Israel, testing our educational content and VR materials. Our second stage, we will develop a full developer's kit that will allow students and educators to create their own VR content based on local tensions and divides. Later, they could upload the content onto our platform, making OtheReality the educational VR YouTube. We're also testing other markets, such as the corporate market, serving as training videos for the workplace. What are we looking for? Well, next year I'm going to be recruited, and so we're looking for someone who's as passionate about changing the world to be our new CEO. And since these two guys aren't really available, we'd be really happy if you have anybody in mind. And of course, any other connections and collaborations that could only help us grow. In a torn and diverse world, the only way for a better future is through education. Let us show my generation the world through the eyes of others. Let us show them others' reality. Let us show you other reality. Thank you.